Oh, one-way streets are anathema here. They claim, and people who we highly respect are claiming this, and I don't know why, that when you turn a street from two-way to one-way, you remove its ambience and its attractiveness. I haven't noticed that happening in Madison Avenue and Fifth Avenue in New York when they converted them to one-way streets. I don't know about you. That's, Richmond and Adelaide were always dull, semi-industrial streets. It wasn't the one-waying of them that did that to them. In fact, they're improving greatly now as the downtown spreads and fills in. So it's an unfortunate, because one-way streets can be extremely valuable if they're developed in couplets and like a pair, one-way pairs. They can add 30% to capacity. They can have room for bike lanes. Some great things, and they cut down the number of turning movements by half at each intersection. And they're easier to cross mid-block, which helps the ambient. We've got some crazy long blocks in downtown Toronto. You only have to look one way, to put it bluntly, and it's much safer. Well, they do have a lot of data, tremendous. The Transportation Tomorrow survey every 5 years is a goldmine of data. Again, it all becomes political. I mean, people have this idea that cars are the worst possible thing, and yet everybody wants to be able to drive where they want, when they want, wherever they want. So it's a matter of people getting used to certain restrictions and certain controls on their life, and nobody wants that. That's the problem. But also, let's not forget the road system. Everybody has it in for roads. No city can function without freewheeling vehicles. The waterfront is a prime example. It's now home to, 50, 60,000 people. It'll soon be double that. And they're busy narrowing and closing roads. Queens Quay is going to be a 2-lane road. Lakeshore Boulevard, God knows what happens. They're talking about tearing down part of the Gardiner Expressway. Yes, it's hideous and it's expensive, but this is not New York that has 10 multi-lane one-way avenues to take its traffic through Manhattan. We have a very primitive road system, impacted with streetcars on 44-foot pavements with mixed traffic. I mean, it's not the same. We need to have a continuity in the road system as well, because the road system carries a lot of transit in buses and streetcars. And one of the biggest mistakes we did was to throw out the Front Street extension. That is desperately needed. We're building a new city of 250,000 people in Planning District 1. Where's the circulation system for emergency and service vehicles? Never mind automobiles. Throw out all the private automobiles. You still need a decent road system. So we mustn't forget that either while we're talking transit.